Hi, welcome back to Inspire with Liz. Mbeki Yunana dedicated 8 years of her life to humanitarian work in Nigeria. That path led her to our Master in International Peacebuilding program, and that program to her current position as a cultural companionship coordinator at the nonprofit IRIS, Integrated Refugee and Immigration Services. This organization fills a gap in cultural orientation, introducing immigrants to American society. For us, it's been great news to learn that Mbeki's education at HIU has equipped her to follow this beautiful path of assisting others in the US. Mbeki claims that HIU changes lives. How have you been?
I've been good. How have you been? How's your family?
Everything great. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for you too. I
Oh
love the
yes.
news.
I'm happy
You're
too.
getting that job.
Yeah. I'm just amazed the fact that I got the job because I'm not American.
Right.
You guys don't know what you're doing. You think what you're doing is just the map program, but you're actively changing people's lives, you know? This degree gave me the opportunity to do this. Without the masters in peace building, the lingo that I have, the wording that I have, being able to define what I'm doing, it's just I'm so grateful.
And
Yeah.
this is a non-profit, right?
Yes, it's a nonprofit. It's Iris Integrated Refugee and Immigration Service. It's very closely linked to what I do back home, but this is, of course, bigger because it has to do with nationalities. But back home in Nigeria, it's ethnic. It's people that are
Right.
looking for relief as a result of like ethnic crisis. So it's very closely linked to my job. I think my experience and the map program, the degree, the masters from that really helped.
Yeah, I would like to know more about it.
The map program, I got into the map program because of the kind of work I do back in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we call, like, when you have people that need like relief. If it's within a country, it's called IDPs, internally displaced people. But if it's between countries, they call them refugees.
Mm-hmm.
So the MAP program extensively talks about, of course, peace building and, learning how to communicate, learning things like compassion, learning about things like cooperation and, networking between individuals that have relatedness, toward a particular good, understanding trauma, especially, you
Yeah.
know, and knowing how to deal with people who have gone through something that has to do with discrimination,
Mm.
having to come into a new society and adapt, and at the same time, not forgetting your identity,
Yeah.
finding a balance between all this new society and who I was, you know.
Yeah.
So it was I really can't believe it because the job is such a glove. The job is the position is a cultural companion coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot to do with on the with the course on identity and otherness really speaks a lot about the position, cultural companion coordinator. So what I do is I recruit Americans who are mostly senior citizens who are
Uh-huh.
retired. So families and individuals who are immigrants who come in need companions that will teach them how to be American, how to shop, how to get on the bus, how to do this, how to do that. So these
Mm-hmm.
senior citizens, whom we call companions, they need training because not anyone can just go and be a companion to an immigrant. The
Right.
mentality in the American society is that people being American or the American way of doing things is the way. So that's where I come in. So if you want to be a companion for
Mm-hmm.
these immigrants, there are things you should know about dealing with people from a different culture.
Yeah.
So I pair companions to immigrants as they're coming in. We train them and we pair them, you know, keeping in mind the culture that these people are coming from. Like, we have a lot of families coming in from Afghanistan. We can't pair an American man to an Afghanistani woman, and won't work, you know. So that's what the job is primarily about.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's humanitarian work. I love it.
yeah. I love. I mean, I'm just amazed at the fact that I got this job.
Uh-huh. So, at the beginning, when you started in the journey of humanitarian work, was it presented to you, or did you seek to follow this path?
I started this work eight 8 years ago, and I think is it has a lot to do with my experience and the family I was born into, because my mom does a lot of charitable activities. She belongs to a lot of organizations that do charity in northern Nigeria, you know. And the fact that I am a Christian, northern Nigeria is predominantly a Muslim geographical part of the country, but I'm a Christian, and I'm originally from the north, which is Islamic. So I growing up, I've had this innate understanding that I'm not like the people that I'm from, you know. So it was always like a struggle with my identity. I'm a Christian from a Muslim dominated uh area, so I've had to deal with discrimination from a very early age, you know. And then seeing that my family, especially my mom, was into charitable, so you know, it's something I just picked up passively when I was growing up.